started telling me everything I knew already.
I
right.
kind of want to get the new Apple Watch. I think it's a little much, but it seems kind of nice. 3-day life.
Wait,
Not too bad.
how does it differ?
It's like a 3-day life.
That is the best thing about it. But I had an Apple Watch. I still have one. I just never use it. It's
Yeah,
not
I have
accurate.
One of these Coro.
I like wearing nice watches.
Aren't just a Rolly guy. It's just a collection.
You know it.
Like that buys like the $80 Nixons.
Is this what the in the 2 and 20? Is this what the 2 goes to? The 2 is the Rolly fund, not the management fund. It's the Rolly fund.
That's the Rolly fund. Hey man, it's well, right now it's not doing too good, but it's a good market. People are, flipping watches.
Don't tell anyone, but that's actually what the 20 goes to. Do you flip watches?
No.
Oh, I mean, a lot of people do that. I don't.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
Buddy in college who was.
I appreciate watches. But no. I mean, I could sell them for a profit, but I would not.
There's some crypto Twitter guys who get into watches when the markets are really bad.
Yeah, I mean, but usually when the markets are bad, the watch markets are bad too. When everything, I mean, if you guys were following, like, it's insane, the appreciation on some of these watches.
Depreciation or appreciation?
Well, appreciation. Now it's slowed down, obviously, but I mean, you could get if you were able to get a retail price, you could sell it for like 5x, like a Daytona, for example, like pretty ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
We'll get
all right, let me share my screen. Let's get started.
No Sky Dwellers for the team.
I like Sky Dwellers, but I'm more of a Submariner and Daytona guy.
I like utility driven
assets.
What do you call it? Accessories? Yeah.
There's a lot of utility.
Do you have smart glasses on right now, Ross, that we don't know about?
Oh, they're brilliant, dude. They whisper things in my ears. They're so intelligent.
All right. Let's review content for tomorrow's email before we get onto this list. First, hey, this is looking great. 117, open rate's getting a little higher. Obviously, it's not where we want it because we got a lot of, we got a lot of subscribers from Ross, but I think it'll get better over time. I also think our last newsletter was very interesting. Like, I'm going to just be real with you guys. Like, I think our last newsletter was very interesting. And this one that we're going to do today is like, do tomorrow is not as interesting, but could still be interesting.
You think so?
I do. Like, just being completely honest. But I think it's okay. We don't need to always like hit it out of the park, in my opinion, in terms of the news stuff. Also, like, this one took me 45 minutes to do, while like the other one took me like almost 2 hours to do. Okay. So let's go through with it. This is a work in progress, but I thought this was really funny that Kobe posted this and was like, I don't know anything about bonds, but only about Ash Ketchum and Pikachu. Cute.
I like it.
It's a historic bond. It's an elite bond.
It's a historic bond. Okay, so Exodus crypto CEOs discuss, why they might be transitioning. So like what's going on. Several high profile ones have dropped in like flies. Here's the list so far. Michael BTC Saylor. What's going on? Should you be worried? Basically, in our take, like, I wouldn't be too worried. We're in a down only market. So even though we're in a down only market, the level of developer and builder activity has like never been higher. We're seeing large institutions enter the market, like NASDAQ, for example, and a lot of VC money is still investing like billions into crypto. It's like clear more than ever that crypto isn't going to be a passing like fad. I think we need numbers here. So would appreciate your guys' help in getting some numbers. And then I think like why we say like a byproduct of this rapid growth, of course, is like increasing regulatory scrutiny from our good old government. And crypto's slowly starting to evolve from that Wild West to more regulated territory. And perhaps we need more experienced executives that understand that world more than like the Wild West CEOs that kind of built these companies. And then we kind of end it with something funny like, or another reason is that these CEOs are bazillionaires and just want to chill on the beach. Who can blame them? And then we do the Trabuco.
What do you think about doing like I really like the idea of like the double take, right? Which is like and I think it's kind of valuable to see both sides of it. Like, and I'm just playing devil's advocate. Obviously, like I agree with you in theory. But like devil's advocate would be like, this is bad. Okay, I can write it out, but you guys are cool with that. Like I think the idea is that it's bad because basically these guys already are like these good CEOs who have like had the thesis for a long time are like post-economic, and like they don't, you know, like once you make $1 billion, like you're kind of done with the game, and it's like what's the point of playing? So like if I can work really hard for a year and just get
especially with the
extra liquidity.
risk, like especially with the risk involved now with like regulatory risk. Like I think
that's
a lot
really
of these
good
guys
point
are
too.
like that's my point here of like it's if they're like I'd be scared if I was a CEO. Like, is it worth it? I'm already a bajillionaire. Is it worth me like potentially like having to deal with the government all day?
Let's take out this whole last part and let's just do your take, my take. That's it. I think that's like nice, short, sweet. I think it gets all that information. I'll put that in there, and I think that's good.
I think we really need to mention this though.
Yeah. So I'll write that in like my take.
Okay.
I'll fit all that info in my
No,
take.
that should be in Arthur's take, because it's like we don't need to be too worried because, you know, crypto is just evolving kind of thing. Like I don't think it's like Sean's take is that it's a bad situation. I don't think the narrative that we're going from Wild West to a little bit more experienced management or operations is a bad thing. Does that make any sense?
How about this, Sean? Like, write out your portion, and then we'll evaluate later if we want to take out this last part.
Cool. Bet.
So don't delete anything yet, but write yours out. Cool. So Robinhood going to DeFi.
Robinhood.
I don't know. You guys are gonna think of a better title here.
One word.
Yeah, it's one word. Discuss Robinhood's new product. One word. Going from decentralized wallets to DeFi. How this will encourage. So, like Coinbase releasing their own custodial wallet, Robinhood is following their playbook with plans to release their own wallet. Beta testing is live. You'll be able to trade over 20 cryptocurrencies with fees, and you can connect to dApps and even earn yield. So big benefits: non-custodial, you're in control of your wallet, and no fees. Robinhood's launching on Polygon, which is incredibly cheap to transact. Plus, Robinhood plans to pay for all your gas. So I think like the lesson here is like, this is great news for crypto adoption. Robinhood's got over 20 million users. It's essential, in my opinion, that like everybody feels comfortable using a non-custodial wallet, and the product should encourage retail users who just store crypto on like a Robinhood or Coinbase of the world to kind of foray into DeFi. Like once you're like earning yield on your coin, so there's just no going back. That's kind of the lesson. The take of this section. Thoughts?
I had something clever to add before I get.
Yeah, add it.
Yeah, I think this is good. Overall, my take is just definitely we could definitely think of a wittier title.
Oh yeah, no, guys, we're going to. I'm not. Again, like these drafts are literally just getting the structure of what we want to talk about and the takeaways, and then we'll make it nicer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not on you to.
I think we can go.
Of, like, we can.
Yeah, I won't be doing that too. Like if I think about it in the spot, I'll add some stuff, but I usually like won't spend a lot of time doing that just yet. Because before getting the witty stuff, we want to all be aligned on like 100%. What are we getting out? You know, I think we could be very creative here, right? Okay, so what did you add, Ross? I don't know why it's not popping up.
Sync, but it's live on mine.
Let me refresh and check if we got more. No, we're still at 117.
I want to see if you guys get it or if it's stupid.
This one?
Yeah. Pay for all the gas.
I didn't get it, but now I do.
Not good enough?
I didn't get it. Did you get it?
Sean, read that real quick.
What
big benefit? 2.
Maybe they'll cover your next road trip too.
Well, that's not gonna
That's a cheesy joke, but
you find it, Sean?
I'm not seeing it.
Robinhood bullet point number 2.
just look at my screen. Look at my screen.
Oh, okay, it's on there. Okay. I think that's funny. That's cute. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a 2 of 1. We'll allow it, Ross. Okay, let's move on. MetaMask adds portfolio tracking. So MetaMask launches a venturing into new territory and competing against the likes of Zapper, Zerion, and Debank. We should have some numbers here, like how many users does MetaMask have? Why is it the biggest wallet, actually, non-custodial wallet? So our take, this is my take, but you guys are, portfolio tracking feature makes a lot of sense. We expect them to build additional horizontal products to capture user demand. The competition for decentralized wallets is only heating up, AKA Robinhood. So it's important to stand out from the pack and offer additional features. And then kind of like a pro tip, not every wallet aggregator is perfect. Like many miss out on certain liquidity positions and farms you're in. So the approach is to use several to ensure that everything is being tracked properly. Of course, the best way to accurately track is directly in the Block Explorer tool. Let us know if you're interested on how to do this and we'll drop a guide.
Cool.
And then a joke here. This is definitely the DeFi Roast wallet, which is showing 18 million.
Ooh, yeah, we can spice that up a little bit, but I like it.
Yeah, of course, but you like the And then okay, so this is DeFi Roast of the week.
Dude,
So,
you're hitting heavy. Yeah, I saw this thread.
I mean, my God, and I have a lot to say here. So crypto YouTubers, like while there are exceptions to the rules, most crypto YouTubers are just plain awful. And then I want to do a montage. You know how like they always do that face of it's just horrendous. And so I want a montage of that.
Buddy, we're gonna be doing it in a couple months. We got to build thumbnails for these.
I'm not ever gonna build a thumbnail like that. I promise you. I will never do that. Never.
I think we will.
No, Ross, I'm not.
I will.
Oh God, Ross, you want to have pictures of yourself on the internet going like this?
Yeah, whatever sells.
Okay, so check out this thread. Like, man gets paid to promote sketchy projects in exchange for the tokens. He blasts out to his community. Tokens interesting. As soon as the community starts to buy, even worse, as soon as he drops the video, he sells his stake. He cashes out his tokens with the money he and community invested. Oh, you've already added to this. Oh my God.
Wait, Sean, did you just add to this?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I didn't write this stuff.
No, yeah, I added all this. Yeah. Maybe like
okay, I was about to say, like, I was reading this and I'm like, I don't remember writing this.
We can't take a jab at what he looks like.
Yeah, we're not gonna take a jab at what he looks like.
Also, he doesn't look like that anymore.
We're not gonna take a jab of what he looks like. And I don't want to roast him. It's not about him, it's about the whole class of YouTubers who do this. So I really don't want to roast him. I want to use him as the latest example that came out like literally today. So let's not roast him. Okay, you're doing it. I don't know. Do we want to already launch? Shameless plug. Let's not do this just yet. I kind of want to keep our YouTube channel like under wraps.
Yeah,
for a bit.
You're gonna get like 4 people that click through, but if you want to do that, that's fine.
When monetize?
You need at least 5 subs and 4
yeah. I mean, I actually like this. Like we're not trying to grift. We're just showing you the process. We're not trying to sell you anything, and we never will. Like I never like obviously. I mean, I don't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, and then this is also insane that I read about. Like these guys, these referral links they have, they make like 8 figures.
Like trading referral links?
From just referral links. Yeah, all these referral links. It's disgusting.
Well,
it's sad that what?
The referral link is a little bit more acceptable. Like there's nothing non-transparent there.
it's not transparent. It's just like they do all this stuff, and they additionally like they make all this money from referral links. Like, why do they have to promote scammy tokens, right? It's like they're already making enough money. And it's sad that I want to, hit this point home that like a lot of new people who just enter this space, like they look up like crypto on YouTube, and these are the guys they see first. And that's just like terrible. It's a terrible look for the industry. I just want to hit that point home. And then like, will there ever be justice? Like I think one of the guys is already being sued for an ICO type thing. Like hopefully the SEC is going to start like, or other agencies are going to start going after these guys. And like either the guys in the space are going to stop and new guys won't be encouraged to join in the next bull market.
I'm not optimistic that that'll happen, but it's a nice sentiment.
I think there's a lot here. We need to cut it down.
That's what
obviously. I actually like this. We can cut this down too, but the fact that like, hey, we started YouTube, like on that note, we started a YouTube channel. Don't worry, we're not going to show you anything ever. This is just to document our journey growing the newsletter.
Yeah. I like it.
Sweet. I actually like this newsletter, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, compared to the last one, it was like the last one was more dense with like,
yeah.
But I think these are good things to add. Cool. So reviewed content for tomorrow's email, done. Ross, do you want to do the same thing if you guys like working on it and then I check on it tonight and I do another run through?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll clean it up.
Cool. Beehive integration. So I'm actually a little bit worried about this because what I think is happening, Ross, is that the subscribers that are subscribing to yours through your Twitter are just getting added to your newsletter and not the DeFi Roast newsletter.
No, they're getting added. I promise. It's just that they're probably not getting the welcome email.
How do you know they're getting added? Can you prove this?
Yeah, go on Beehive. Go to settings.
No, can you actually see subscribers, like the subscriber that was added through your account that you got an email from? Are they in here?
Yeah, let me show you how I know. Go to settings. And then integrations. Then set up integration. Got too much running on there. Now click Ross review, whatever, or any of them, probably mine.
Oh, okay. This is cool.
They're all the people who have signed up and been synced through.
Damn, 11, 14.
Yours is 9, 10 now. Oh, one of them's you, dude.
No. So this is not. So this is actually the people that were subscribed to my newsletter.
Damn, you had an absolute crowd. You were
yeah, I was really popular. I think this ran on for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so those are all synced as well, but
I think they're duplicate. Can we get duplicate? Like, I know for a fact he subscribed to the DeFi newsletter. So I guess what I'm worried about is if we get duplicate.
I think Beehive might be filtering them out.
You think so? Let me see here.
Go to, I don't know that you'll see anything under subscriber reports yet. You need to go to audience. I don't think there's any insights.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I only see one.
He wasn't subscribed before.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. It tells you if it's from the API or for the website or from. Very cool. Okay. Cool. So I mean, I think it's still. I emailed them about it to see if we can get it all in one because it's just like a bad look. They get that email instead of the intro email.
Yeah, but that's not going to change it if they do it all in one. The issue right now is that Revu Can you say it for me?
Review.
Review. There's that review sends a welcome email that you can't omit. Like you can't, it is going to send it no matter what, even though we made it blank. Now it's just sending a blank email to everyone who subscribes through review.
So we should change the blank to be our intro email.
Or what I'm not sure is if they're also then receiving the Beehive email once it syncs over. So you're telling me you didn't receive, you didn't receive it because you were already subscribed.
Potentially, yes. We need to prove this.
We do.
Does anyone have an email that they have that they're not subscribed?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Actually,
Yeah, you can do it. I have one.
So can one of you guys test it out?
I'm doing it now, yeah.
Okay, cool. So the next thing on the agenda, so the referral thing, I remember talking about that GIF that we would do. So I kind of modeled one out. I want to get your guys' take here. So it would go between refer friends and get rewarded. So curated, it would be a GIF of these 3 slides.
Hold on, I'm occupado.
No worries.
You think we should do some in the middle? Like, instead of like 1-500, maybe like, 10, 25, 50.
I'm okay with doing that. We just need, what are we going to do?
I think 10 can be, get added to our Telegram. Just get like a private Telegram with those 3. Should be like DeFi Roast Telegram chat. And then.
Are you going to be contributing to that Telegram chat?
Yeah, we just drop a couple messages, talk to some people. I mean, I don't think we necessarily like have to, like, I don't think sending out 10 emails like necessitates us to like spend hours a day in there communicating with people. But as long as we're like each kind of popping in a couple times a week.
And is that like a good, like, I don't know if I'd be super hyped about like, if I do 10
incentive.
I find private chats, private communities pretty valuable, just because it's like the just potential for alpha, or the thought that you could maybe get like information from guys that are really doing this, or like even the ability to ask them questions or something. I find that relatively valuable.
Okay. Do you think people are going to game this $100, $300 worth of ETH?
I mean, it should be $100 worth of ETH.
So essentially, instead of having that, like, I'm gonna see if I can model this out then into a GIF and see how it works. But I know for a fact that you can embed a GIF into Beehive. So this would replace our referral thing. All right. Down, not down?
Yeah, 100% down.
Okay. Cool. So the last thing I want to talk about is the idea we had last time about the educational repository. So it would switch weekly between us 3. Topics would be infrastructure, like concepts, guides. And here's what we do. We create a 1-pager, like less than 800 words. And we also plan to write out a Twitter thread. And the goal is twofold. One is to build up a repository of educational content we can reference in future posts, or as like a free ebook. We can even put an intro in the intro email when they get in. And then the second thing is to spread our awareness and use the content as a flywheel for additional subscribers. Like imagine if one of these tweets go viral, right? These threads. And then like at the end of the thread, we obviously will do the thing that Ross does, is like we link, hey, if you found this interesting, like subscribe to the DeFi Roast if you want to learn more, blah, 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 at the end of each thread. You guys think this is a good idea?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Like we need to build build, we need to build more content, right? And different content, and repackage it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Where does the content live? Where are you imagining?
So it either, what we can do is on Beehive, we can create posts and have it live there. Or ideally, we create our own site that has this. And I need to look into how we do this.
Do you think
What do
we're
we-
there yet?
Yeah, instead of that, what if we just kind of like added it as like sent it out as like just a different type of edition of the newsletter? So it just kind of still lived in that same kind of like way, but it's just like, news on Monday, news on Tuesday, news on Friday, and then like this guide or some kind of
Wednesday would
content.
be the guide or something.
And we just
So
send it
we'd-
out like a newsletter, but probably until we get to a point where we do a website, migrate the domain
Okay,
over,
yeah.
do
So
all
we
that again.
forget the website. We would. Okay, so
But can we split up
Send-
content like that in Beehive, like on the Beehive landing page, or it's just like we don't really
No.
get much control, right? Which is kind of stupid, right? Like
No.
we should get definitely more control over the website.
Well, if we send it out as a third newsletter, then we're not gonna it's not gonna live as a repository of like educational content. It's just gonna die in the list of newsletters. Like,
yes,
owner-
that's what's a content tag though. Maybe that's what that is.
No, that's
I think that's more like SEO tagging.
it might be for like organization or to categorize certain content. I just don't think it'll change the display on the website. What we'd have to do is like build out a proper website and then somehow embed some of the, like, obviously our newsletters and the subscribe page, and then like have another tab for all of our blog stuff. But I don't think it makes sense because we're really not going to drive that much traffic there right now.
Agree. I think that, well, it's just more of like, well, how about this? Why don't we do these?
I think
Well,
I
feel
just think attention is better spent like putting in the reps on Twitter, honestly. Like just
Okay.
spreading the good word. Like instead of spending an hour writing a guide, spend an hour like commenting about DeFi Roast, writing a thread for your personal Twitter or whatever. Like let's allocate resources there. That's where the attention already is.
Right.
If we can grab the most. The educational thing is like, how do you, once you already have people in the ecosystem, how do you build trust around those who already exist here? Whereas like right now, that's not as much of a concern as
when do you think, what subscriber count do you think we need to hit in order to start this?
Like 5K. Let's hit 5, and then we're like, okay, now let's have a blog.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to like, let's stick to that. Once we hit 5K, we'll start this.
Yeah, that's fine, because then you're gonna get like real traffic to
Yeah, beautiful. I'm in agreement there. So we start with Twitter threads. Man, I gotta write a Twitter thread. I haven't written one in a while. And then at the end of the Twitter thread, we do the thing at the bottom.
You gotta put some attention to the format of your Twitter threads, Arthur.
Okay, let me write one, and then before I send it, I'll talk with you about it, and then we'll.
This
This
is one piece of advice that I got from Sean that really crystallized things for me. Everything is about the first tweet, right? Like everything. That's 90% of it.
Make it very catchy.
The goal of the first line is to get people to the second line. The goal of the second line is to get people to the third line. If each line is not doing that in the first, it's never going to take off, right? But if you keep that in mind, you're like, okay, well, when I'm reading it back and I'm editing it, is this going to convince people to get to the second line, or are they just going to scroll right through, right? And if you kind of like, I think that mindset change helped me a lot.
So my last thread that kind of was good was like, a thread on Sturdy where I started it with kind of how do you get a loan with no interest or something. I said it in a nicer way, and I agree that that's like, okay, that's interesting, and they read on. So I agree. I agree with you. I'll think about that. I don't need to think about what to write first. I have some ideas, but I think your FTX thread would go viral and get us a lot of subscribers.
You think so? Bet I'm gonna do it on Monday. That's I'll set that one aside for Monday.
Arthur, write a thread that's like, I manage this amount of money. Here's
some tools I use, some resources I have. Here's how I research.
Like, here's how we're profiting during the bear market. Something like, I don't know. Like, I manage a hedge fund.
I have a strategy that I'm doing that, I mean, it's a common strategy that maybe I could talk about. It's essentially doing a delta neutral position, getting 30% APR.
Are you still working with the one guy that we?
Yes, I am. I'm actually learning a lot from him.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, there are other strategies involving like a lot of options, and but then like you kind of need to have a position of where the market's going. Like, are we bull bear? And like, I don't think that's like, that skill is, people don't know it, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, it's just tough. It's just tough to have. So I'd rather be in positions where I know, like, it doesn't matter where the market's going, I'm going to earn yield. And maybe I'll make a thread about that.
Yo, lend to Wintermute on Clearpool. It's like 11%. Why not?
I wrote a thread on Clearpool.
Have you looked into options arbitrage across different protocols, like Lira versus DAPX, and like taking opposite positions but capturing premium because they're priced inefficiently?
Yeah, but the premiums are really low. So
and
they change a lot. It's very tough to do. So the strategy, well, I'm not going to tell you guys. I'll write out the thread, and then Ross, I'll go to you and you tell me what's up.
Yeah, I'll rewrite. Maybe I'll try and like think of a good first tweet. See if we could like A/B test it. That'd be super cool. Write the same thread for you with the space amount like 2 months with different first tweets and see how they do. Something like that.
Cool. This is all I had. Do you guys want to talk about anything else?
Do I want to talk about it? But Sean, you got to get the 0 subscriber thing off of your Twitter.
I just did. It should be updated by now.
Ross, did you check did you check this? Does it work?
It syncs every hour, so I don't think I would have received anything yet.
Okay.
But I also didn't receive a welcome email from
is it in your spam from Review?
It is in my spam. I don't love that.
That's normal. That happens.
No, I don't love that it's sending it. But I want to see if it's synced yet. No, it hasn't synced yet. It's going to take another half hour. And we'll see if it is. Yo, Sean, you just sent it to the wrong chat.
Oh, fuck, that's bad.
No, it's fine. Just delete it.
Sean, let's stop recording. We're kind of done.
Yeah, let's do it. Thumbnail?
No, but we can keep talking, but let's just thumbnail.
Thumbnail.